Women's only nightclubs are going out of business in the first night because they're not making enough sales and profit.
How can we get men to attend these events?
Is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something?
We have better things to do than to be analyzed by gold-digging narcissists.
However, as a woman who's 43 years old, who has built a life for herself,
And that I've met so many great, amazing, beautiful, successful women at these events. There's not really great guys attending these events. And
It's tough for us to get our ass up to shoot our shot at you when y'all talk about nothing but us being ain't. It's tough.
Black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events? I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you and is serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win. Conversation starters and prompts so there's no awkward silence, a bit of a structured experience, and maybe a little turn up afterward.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
So my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something? Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it? Because we see how that's turning out. The women are doing the work. They're showing up, they're investing, they're trying something different, stepping out of their comfort zone, taking risks. Isn't risk-taking a part of masculinity too? So what is it really? Is it the event itself or the unlearning the patriarchy part?
You have to be kidding me. They're still making videos about dating events like they don't know. You know what's wrong. You know the issue. You know men don't want to take the risk. Like, why go to a humiliation ritual? But when you keep asking it, right? Why don't men go to curated dating events? They're begging. They're thirsting. They need us there. I'll tell you what happens. They need to reject men to know they're here and we're here. You see how she throws out the patriarchy? As soon as they say that, we're like, okay, you're a feminist. Why would a man want to be with a feminist lady? That's what's wrong with America now.
Convenience, maybe. How about instead of going to an event for dating, you simply approach a man you like that isn't already in a relationship?
Wow.
I asked the internet, why don't men go to dating events like speed dating, singles events, mixers, all that kind of stuff? Now, to be fair, I did have a little tongue-in-cheek action with my post by saying, why y'all don't go to these events? Y'all scared or something? And the truth is that, like, you could be scared. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm scared. I haven't been to a speed dating event to participate. I've gone to cover it as an influencer. But as an introvert, the idea of going to those social settings and then mixing it in with dating, it scares me. But kudos to the people who actually do it, both men and women, because they want to try. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the comments were unhelpful. We have better things to do than to be analyzed by gold-digging narcissists.
oh man,
Means you are all invaluable, worthless liabilities. Y'all hate men so much. Got me wondering, why not date and marry women? Good riddance. And my thing is, I know that this isn't all men. I know that there are still good men out there who actually love and respect themselves and love and respect women. And even more so, love and respect Black women. Because not everybody does, right? And so I know that this is not all men, and I'm not going to internalize this or generalize this. Howsoever, the ones who I definitely strongly recommend try Jesus and a therapist, and not me. Y'all make it real hard for the ones that are good. Y'all make it real hard for the ones that are not bitter, but who are better. I would love to hear, again, more constructive
I mean, yeah, pour it on already. Get us there by begging and insulting. Seriously, she wants to cry right now. I'll tell you this: what men said, they're right. They were being kind. They were, because the way you're talking right now, you're not doing the same. All of these ladies, oh, the men who are nice men, good men, oh, the men that'll do anything you say are the good men, or the men that you want to use are the good men. Men are done. Men have stayed around, dealt with ladies like you, took care of children. Yeah, little children's running around making noise. You not my daddy. You know how many you not my daddies these men been through? And you look like you divorced too. She look like she had some long, hard marriage years. She'll quickly tell a man, what I gotta cook for you for? Danger. Mystical. Danger.
Helpful feedback on how people who put on speed dating events or singles mixers can make them a little more interesting for both men and women who are trying to find themselves in hetero relationships. As for me, I'm gonna just keep going to therapy, drinking my water, minding my business, and loving myself. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all really do hate women, and I hate that for y'all. I really do. Some of y'all really hate black women, and I hate that for y'all. That sucks for you. It really does. But I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. And I hope that you have a good day and find peace. And really, I really strongly suggest y'all try therapy. I do. Okay, bye.
Apps are cooked. We also have heard that women's only nightclubs are going out of business in the first night because they're not making enough sales and profit. And then we also know that singles events are pretty much cooked because men are not attending. So here we have this woman. She goes to a singles event. She claims it's packed full of amazing women and walks away saying, where were the men at? And then you can't make this up because wait till you see who she takes to the singles event with her.
I just got back from a singles event here in Boston. It was at South Boston at a virtual golf place, and the event itself was great. The people that ran it were amazing, and the organization was great. You got a drink ticket, you got to play golf for a few hours and also mingle with the other singles there. I've been to other events similar to this in the city, both speed dating and then also other mixer type events, and I feel like the takeaways have been the same, and that I've met so many great, amazing, beautiful, successful women at these events, but there's not really great guys attending these events. And I also talked with the people that put the event on, and they said the same thing. They mentioned how fast the women's tickets sold out, but then even leading up to the event, like a few hours before, like they still had so many men's tickets left, and they were really struggling with why men are not attending these events. And I had the same question, because I think as we move away from online dating and dating apps and meeting people just out at bars, like,
Okay, so first of all, going to a speed dating or a singles event is like mass rejection on public display. A lot of guys just aren't into that, especially with the hypergamy and the extreme standards that women seem to have on men. You obviously have not found anybody at these events. Wow.
it's like this are just such a great opportunity to meet people that maybe you wouldn't have met otherwise. I just don't know why there's not like quality men attending these events. Like, where?
Well, they are quality men attending these events, but since they don't fit your 666 Tinder profile that you're trying to invoke in a real life experience, you're not going to find them. Or they're already taken, or they're just not available for you at a singles event because they got way much better to do with their time than go to some singles event and be speed dating or speed rejected or whatever.
Are they? The event was great. Like, I met some great women, went with a friend, and it was a fun time. But the purpose was to potentially meet people to chat with and date, and I literally met nobody. I'm just curious, A, why people are not attending these events, and then B, as someone that holds events in Boston and the city, and I've talked about hosting dating events, how can we get men to attend these events.
Who's gonna tell her?
I tried to bring like someone I previously dated, but we're just friends now, and he was like, "That's my."
Whoa. You just brought somebody you previously dated to a speed dating event to watch you or to even have him commentate on the guys that you're speed dating. What do you guys like crossing paths in between, swapping tables and saying, hey, this guy, blah, 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 giving him like secrets and asking for his advice? That's freaking creepy for anybody who's set up in that environment.
Worst nightmare is attending an event like this. So yeah, I'm just curious people's thoughts about how we can increase attendance.
That girl is loopy. What do you mean you brought the guy to a speed dating event to watch you? Man, that's gotta be. I mean, it's just like the video I reacted to yesterday. You know, why guys becoming passport bros. When it showed the guy, ladies were saying, I got a kid. I had him with a man that was 6'8", and men jumping on the plane. Shout out to JFK Gomez. Men jumping on the plane after that. Men, what? You brought him in? I'll tell you what. See, what a lot of guys are doing. I showed it in the Brittany Renner video when she ridiculed the guy on TV. He's just waiting to smash. The guy that went with you to that singles event, he's just waiting to smash. And he's leaving. And you ladies wonder why this happens. You bring it on yourself.
5 dates in 45 minutes. And imagine being rejected repeatedly.
Thank you so much for your commentary. So I asked a question on my page about men don't go to dating events. And because I go to a lot of different dating events, I have a lot of people that, encourage me to go to some of them or whatever. And I always know my whole...
I'm starving. I'll do anything to get a man. I'm on the internet saying, what happened? What's wrong? I'll do anything to get a man.
Life that men just don't like going to dating events. And so there's a video where everybody's just going ham about their reasonings, which I appreciate them. But I really respected this guy and his take on it. And one of the things that he said was that, imagine going to an event and you're being rejected over and over and over again. Like, that's terrible to feel. And then he said that at some of these events, like, people aren't asking him if he's God-fearing. They're not asking him what he enjoys doing and things of that nature. So I feel like that I think that sometimes people throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? So the truth is, nobody likes to be rejected over and over again. And at a speed dating event, men and women get rejected. So I can understand why men are like, I ain't going, right? And then women, I can see why women say they aren't going because of how they feel. Now, for whatever reason, women do go to speed dating events or go to dating events more than men do for whatever reason, even though we are going to get rejected the same amount of times that they'll get.
It's not the same. When guys talk to girls, rejected. When guys go to speed dating events, rejected. Guys that like to still go out, they talk to a girl in the club, rejected. When they're at the gym, guys got to talk to a girl. What do you see, girls? You see the videos all the time. I wish a man would talk to me. Rejected. Men have waved the white flag. You ladies can do your victory song. Dun, 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 dun. Do your victory lap. Dun, 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 dun. Wave the war flags, ladies. You win.
Rejected because we're still seeing the same amount of people at the events. But also he's talked about how that people weren't asking him if he's God-fearing and things of that nature. And I think that with that particular statement that we're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, because I'm attractive, he's attractive. And when I go to dating events.
No, it's not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That analogy is crazy. Throwing the baby out. Who throws a baby out with the bathwater? Like a man going to a dating event. Yeah. Him going there is like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, if you want to say that.
I don't ask a man how much money he earns. I don't ask him, like specifically, do you have a job? I don't talk to him like that. However, as a woman who's 43 years old, who has built a life for herself and is dating, I'm looking for someone that marry, right? And so if I'm going to marry you, then we're going to join everything together, where we live, everything together, right? And so I'm definitely looking for someone who has a job or has a business, is taking care of himself. And if we came together, we can take care of each other, right? So I think it's normal to ask
She just showed why men don't go. I'm 43. I'm looking for somebody I can marry. Men aren't looking to marry you.
somebody those types of things. But I think that sometimes we throw out bad experiences with the whole thing, right? It's like when women say all men are bad. It's not true. It's like some of the men that they have dealt with and chosen to deal with are bad, right? And so that woman has to look at herself and go, I chose that man. I chose those men. Let me not say all men are bad. Let me say the men that I chose are bad, right? And so when a man say that all dating events are bad, then it's like you're throwing out the baby out with the bathwater, you know, because I've gone to a lot of amazing events, met a lot of amazing people. And I wouldn't say that every single woman at these events is just doing the most. Now, some are doing the most, don't get me wrong. But I think some of these men are doing the most as well, right? So we're continuing on the conversation of that men don't go to dating events. And I understand if you're not going to them, I completely understand. It answers my question.
Then be happy. Go off into the sunset. You're going to keep going to dating events. No matter what you ladies do, men aren't coming. Now, however, men do go to some dating events. Like a lot of men attend Crush Club. Why do they go to Crush Club? The dating event name is Crush Club. They're in Houston. They're out there freaking off. That's why the epidemic is so high out there.
Peak event, I got a nice little mixed bag of different reactions. So let's get into the reasons why men don't show up to these events. And fellas, feel free to chime in the comments and speak your piece, because this is probably the only time that women are going to really listen. So let's get into it. Number one, ladies, you're not going to like this one. I'm not going to lie. That's why this one's number one. Men ain't going to be some of these men ain't going to be there because they got girlfriends already. I'm sorry. Either they got old lady at home and they trying to explore their options. They just not going to pull up. Sorry. It is what it is. Number two, a lot of men aren't going to tell you this, ladies, but some of us are kind of worried. Some of us are nervous. Some of us are scared, because if we go to these events, we don't want to be rejected. The male ego is fragile. I can't really explain it, but it's just one of those things where y'all even say it yourselves. Y'all beat us down so much. It's tough for us to get our ass up to go up there and try to shoot our shot at you when y'all talk about nothing but us being ancient. It's tough. Number three, and this one's probably pretty much self-explanatory. Some of us just don't be knowing. Men, some of us aren't on social media like y'all are. Some of us are. So some people just don't know. A lot of people in my comments, they be like, damn, when is this event? When was this? I didn't know. If I knew, me and my boys would have been here. So simply because niggas just don't know. So I hope this provides some type of clarity, because ladies want us at these events. Fellas, I get it. And also ladies, the fellas don't want to go because it's either corny or it's lame to them. Some people feel like you're being desperate, but you're not desperate trying to pull up and find love. Let's talk about that for a second. When has finding love ever mean you were desperate? You're not desperate if you got your life together and you've been doing the work to heal. You've been finding peace in other things, or even if you find love in organically. Or who says organically doesn't mean going to a bar and meeting somebody that you never met before? That's still organic. You don't know. It's serendipitous. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't know what that means, look it up. I'm not pointing fingers no more. It's all of us collectively. It's not just the men. It's not just the women. It's both of us. When it comes to dating, anything goes. Anything goes. You can meet somebody at the grocery store, church. You could go anywhere. If you meet somebody at a bar, let's not label it singles mixer. Let's just label it pull up. It's called the pull up now. Just pull up to the bar. You're going to meet somebody. It happens. Y'all need to approach women. At this point, some of us are going to shoot. Ladies, some of us are going to shoot. Some of us not. It's just what it is. Shooters going to shoot. And ladies, get off your high horse. Get out there and start shooting your shot too. Men like that too. I think that's attractive. In my opinion, if a woman comes up to me and shoot her shot, that's dope. I mean, it's just because it's not common. If you can do it, perfect. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with shooting your shot on both sides. But I get it. We're the chasers. I'm not chasing my alcohol. So what think I'm gonna do? I ain't chasing nobody no more. I'm 33. Whatever finds me is gonna
Shout
find
out
me.
Case Marco.
But anyway, I think it's just time for us to just change the narrative. Let's just drop the single mixer thing. Let's just call it the pull up. Every time I say just pull up to these events, just pull up. You never know who you might meet. You really might meet your future wife. You really might meet your future husband. Let's just kick it. Don't put pressure. I always say it though. I've been saying it from the jump. When you come to these single mixers or these events, these dating events, you ain't gotta put pressure on yourself. Just get your ass up and go meet some people. Meet some friends. We all, you know, the funny thing is, none of us are from Dallas. We just live here. And the people that do live here, they tired of this because they've been living this their whole life. I feel sorry for y'all niggas. It's your boy.
And for some dating advice for single women, and here's some of my favorite comments. Top comment: if we want to, we will. See those signs early before you change the direction of your life. And I love that he said change the direction of your life, because I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me, far too often, I have already made a plan in my whole head about how our lives are gonna go, mostly because church culture taught me to date to marry and not date for the.
As you said, if he want to, he will. Most guys, like for instance, a guy probably, maybe, it's always a maybe. Why? Because men learned to be nonchalant. They have to. That's what you ladies want. You want the nonchalant men. So what are men gonna do?
Discovery. Anyway, I'm sitting here planning our whole lives, and he hasn't even shown that he actually wants to be with me. We need to stop doing that. If his actions confuse you, that's already your answer. The right man won't make you feel like you're asking for too much. Let me tell you something. Silence is an answer. Confusion is an answer, and it's usually a no. It's usually a absolutely no, because a man who wants to will every time. You will never do enough to overcome or outweigh bad character in a man. Find a man with solid character and give your time and effort to him. Giving your best to someone who lacks any type of integrity will only enable it. We have to stop making excuses, y'all. We have to stop making excuses for grown men. They know what they're doing. And even if they...
Wait. So you do understand there's two different types of guys, right? You see, the last guy said it. You have shooters and you have guys that are keeping their peace. The shooters are usually ones getting everybody. So she's doing it again. Like every time I see a lady do something like this, they mix and match. These guys that are talking to you most likely are the guys that are just chilling. They're probably on the internet. Like the other lady, she showed them talking to her comments when she asked the question. They're probably home, paying attention to social media. As the other guy said, you have a lot of guys that are on social media, a lot of guys that are not. But you're mixing and matching now. You say, oh, yeah, guys, we got to do this. Like, no. What one guy does, another won't. Because as the man said, shooters going to shoot, and the most guys aren't. And the shooters that are shooting are the ones smashing everything. That's just what it is. You ladies got to wait, get in where you fit in, and wait in line and share. That's what's happened. That's what dating is now.
They say they don't know, it's still a choice. You still know what you're doing, because if you're causing harm to someone you claim to care about, you're making a choice, especially if that becomes a pattern and not just a moment. It's a choice and it's a behavior, and we need to stop making excuses for it. After every date, wait until you're alone and ask yourself this question: if this feeling became my normal, would my life improve or shrink? If the answer is shrink, no amount of attraction, potential, or history will fix that. I love this response so much. It's something I've been practicing myself. In the moment, it's important to be present and not be interrogating nobody. Nobody wants to be interrogated. I'm not saying not to have values and structure and intentions, but like, be present, be a human, not a robot, right? But afterwards, I love that perspective. If I feel like this for the rest of the time, if this becomes my normal, is this going to improve or make me shrink? And if there was any part of you that made you feel like you couldn't be yourself, that made you feel like you had to alter yourself to make the other person comfortable, that is a telltale sign. Essentially, what he's teaching us is to not ignore our nervous system. That's a big mistake that I made when I got married the first time. I ignored those internal alarms going off saying, hey, sis, we don't feel safe. And I paid for it dearly. Learn from this right now. Don't confuse attention with respect. Being liked isn't the same as being valued. And this goes hand in hand with people liking the benefit of you without wanting the responsibility of you. People can like your attention, they can like your energy, they can like your presence all day.
You notice it's dudes telling her. What does that show you? You have to think about that. A lot of men are emotionally mature. They understand things. It's you ladies that are the game players.
Men are typically the problem when it comes to casual dating and not women, is because men have a scarcity mindset. So whatever they do with you in a casual space, they're still attaching themselves to. Whereas, like, if I were to go out and have a good time with a man, let's say we went out, we got a bite to eat, went to the bar, we went dancing, I don't have ownership over that experience. Like, it's just something that I got to have with this person. I got to enjoy life in this space. In doing that, men cannot do that. They feel like they have to own everything, but it's really from a lack mindset. It's really from a scarcity mindset. It's really from, I gave you this thing and now this thing is taken from me. Like, it's very, it's emotionally immature, okay? Because, and I'll give you a prime example. There was a man a couple of years ago that I was seeing, and we were hooking up. It wasn't like there was going to be an issue of whether or not we were going to sleep together. We were already sleeping together. And all I said was, let's just do something. Point blank. That's all I said. Let's just do something. You ever been to that place up there with the speedy go-karts? Let's do the go-karts. You like mini golf? You want to do mini golf? Like, you want to go to the movies? You like going to the movies at a random time where, like, there's nobody there? Just get some popcorn, la la la. Like, let's do something and just, like, kiki and laugh and enjoy life. You want to go to the comedy show? You want to go up to that black restaurant? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything. We could have done anything. And he was viscerally resistant to doing anything, okay? But desperately wanted me to sleep over anytime I came, and I would never do that. I would go home and sleep in my comfortable bed. We ended up getting into a fight because I wouldn't sleep over. And my point to him was like, why would I sleep over when we don't do anything I do? Why would I?
The man wanted to use it and abuse it. You sleep overnight, wake up in the morning, use it, abuse it again, and get breakfast in the morning. And she didn't even see it. This is why dating is ruined. You gave it to him already. This is what a lot of men are getting. Because you know what men say? There's always somebody giving it up. And you know what? Men are right.
Me and answer this. I was at work today. As y'all know, I'm a blue collar worker, so I work with all men. And the debate we were having is, I said I think men like romantic gestures from their woman, just like women like romantic gestures from their man. They said men do not like romance. Is this true? If your girlfriend got you a hotel room, birthday gift, balloons, rose petals, would you be upset? Like, you don't like that? Like, y'all don't like that type of stuff?
Yeah. Men want acts of service. Like, I get up, you cook me some food. Yeah, you get me some things, of course. Like for Valentine's Day, men like things like that, but that's not what we want on a regular basis. We're men. We're very basic.
I just watched a video from a guy who doesn't do dates anymore. He only will take her to coffee, and this is why. He's in said date. And all of a sudden she references her family and lets him know that the family is behind them. She brought her entire family to said first date. What? Now, granted, these were younger people, but still, you don't do that. That's a big no. Anyway, it brings me to the question. Men, why do you not do dates anymore? Is it stuff like this? Drop me a comment and let me know. I'm really interested, but please be respectful.
It sounds like she explained a girl in another country. Seriously. She's bringing her entire family on a date, you know. Be careful. But a lot of times that may be a good thing. You ladies would never do that. You don't know why you're the way you are. You don't know why you don't want to be with a guy if he's not getting busy, right? You ladies want to get busy, boy. Forget marriage. Like the other lady, she's 43, wanting marriage, and the last lady with the gray hat on, oh, well, you know, I was giving it to him anyway. Why would he want to go out with you then? Get it together.
And don't approach men. I'm going to share some of the times that I've been approached. The last time I was out, This girl came up to me and she told me, "You're literally my dream man. You're very good looking." Another time, this chick came up to me and she said, "You look very successful."
The man is 6'6". That's what happens to these girls. Girls walk by, turning heads.
And I want to be part of that success. But most times they just come and say, "What's your name? Where are you from? Or how tall are you?" One girl also came up to me once and said, "Why is everyone short here except you?" Other times they've said they like my style, or they like my shirt, or they like my face, whatever it is. There's always something they like. Or just, "Wow, you're very tall." Other times they say, "Hey, you're cute, you're handsome, you look good," whatever. There's so many ways. But this is just to show you that it does happen. Women do approach men. Oh, and by the way, these were all girls that look good.
How tall are you, bro?
6'11".
So how is dating as a 6'11" guy?
It's easy and hard at the same time because at times there's a lot of women that's actually very intrigued about my height, but there's also a lot of women that are actually very, very afraid of my height too. I've actually had a woman told me a couple times actually, "Hey, listen, like, you know, you're good looking, you're very nice, you're a gentleman, but you're too big for me. We haven't even get into the bed yet. How can you tell me if I'm too big for you?"
What about the looks aspect? Do you think that women just automatically disqualify shorter guys?
Well, I think there's an automatic qualification depending how tall you are. I call myself the walking icebreaker. So, like, regardless of me even speaking, people gravitate towards me. I'm a magnet. So, like, I could be the biggest piece in the world, but because of my height and my size, women automatically are attracted to me. Now, if they want to stay because of my personality, I think that's where I really trump.
Okay, so let me ask you this. They notice you because of your height. Do you think the height makes it easier outside of that initial phase?
Yes, absolutely. Because of the height, because of the size, I think just inherently and biologically, they just think, "Oh man, this guy's big as hell. He can protect me." You know what? Because he can protect me, I can most likely respect him. And because since I respect him, I will most likely want to sleep with him.
Hold the line. Stay with me.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.